Senator from Alabama.
Madam President, I rise today to call attention to a very serious issue and potential crisis that seems to be unfolding right under our eyes and under the radar. Right now, many communities across our country are facing a huge shortage of children's painkillers, like children's Tylenol, antibiotics, and amoxicillin. We're in the middle of flu season, and as unusually a bad year for RSV, a virus that can be especially tough on young children, as parents head to pharmacies to get medicines to help their sick kids and to make them feel better, they're seeing very empty shelves across our country. My staff is hearing from folks daily about the problems that they're seeing trying to find these medicines, both over-the-counter and prescription. David, a pharmacist from Andalusia, Alabama, told me, quote, currently they cannot order multiple antibiotics commonly used for pediatric patients, including amoxicillin. He's also unable to order pain medicine like Tylenol and Advil. It's not available. Can't even order it, much less get it. David was told by his wholesaler that the supply of medication simply does not exist as we speak. And this is in the middle of a very serious flu and cold season all throughout our country. Another pharmacist, Dennis from Opelika, Alabama, faces the same problem and described the potentially dire nature of the shortage. He told me, quote, this can rapidly and is rapidly turning into a serious situation among the most vulnerable population, which is our children. Worse is what some desperate but well-meaning parents are turning to in order to provide their children help. Moms and dads who can't find kids' medicines are choosing to give their children smaller doses of adult medicine instead. Doctors are warning constantly against this in the strongest possible terms. A warning we should be sharing far and wide. Children's medicine is specifically designed for the developing of young bodies. But parents with sick children don't have time to drive from town to search for these medicines. This crisis is developing across the country, and we should not wait for it to get worse before doing something about it. We cannot allow this situation to turn into the baby formula crisis. And while this medication shortage will no doubt require a short-term solution, I want to take a minute to highlight an important long-term solution to these supply chain problems. We need to produce pharmaceuticals in the United States. Very little of that happens today. The United States has every capability to produce essential goods right here at home. The pandemic showed us the serious, very serious consequences of depending on imports for things that we need to survive, especially from adversaries like China. Congress and the rest of the federal government should do what we can do to boost domestic production in medicine and medical supplies. It has to be done. We can't wait. Along with essential goods like fuel and critical minerals, pharmaceuticals are vital to national security because we cannot allow our adversaries to hold their supply over our heads as a bargaining tool. And that's exactly what they're doing as we speak. So I hope my time on the floor today has opened some eyes to the children's medical shortage. The dangers of foreign independence is getting worse every day. So to every parent in Alabama and across our country, we're listening, and we want to listen to the advice of your doctors And always check with medical professionals before giving your children any medicine. And hopefully in the near future, this body can help solve this problem and move our suppliers from internationally to domestically. Madam President, I yield the floor.
Madam President.
Senator from Texas.